Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Climate Action Week. We have a wonderful story for you today, and I'm really glad that you could join us. My name is Catriona, and I have a special guest here too. We're going to have a story from Mariajo, but first we're going to have a look at what we're going to learn today. So our planet is a little bit sad at the moment because we haven't really been looking after it as well as we could be. We've been damaging nature and producing lots of pollution. We've created lots of stuff and we waste a lot of stuff. And a lot of that stuff is made of plastic. And all of this is affecting our weather and the animals and the plants that live on this planet with us. Animals and plants and our weather. But if we all work together and we behave in a way that looks after the planet, then nature is going to recover. And we'll be able to live much better in harmony with our planet. And that is what we're going to learn about today. How important it is for everyone to work together. So here's what we would like you to do this week. You can create a poster in groups or as a class. It will be a message to our First Minister of the future that you hope for when Scotland reaches net zero and restored nature by 2045. We're going to learn a bit about net zero because that is when we stop producing too much greenhouse gas and we start living more sustainably. It means that we're living in a way that allows nature and animals and us to all live together. So we'd love to hear what you hope for in the future. And if you make a poster and tell us about it, we'd love to see them. And the second thing you can do this week is to go out on a litter pick, because picking up litter, even if it's only a few pieces, is one of the easiest things that we can all do to look after our environment and help animals and nature recover. And the third thing that we would like to see you do this week is create a short video message to tell us how your school, your nursery, or your class are taking climate action. And we'd like you to start your video by saying, "We keep Scotland beautiful by," or "I keep Scotland beautiful by," and then tell us what you're doing to take action on climate change. And we'll share them in our assembly on Friday, along with a special guest that we're hoping will be able to join us. And the last thing you can do this week is to celebrate all the great things that you're already doing for the planet by having a One Planet picnic, which is a picnic that's good for you and good for the environment. And there's all kinds of recipes and ideas on our website of all the things that you could cook and eat in your picnic if you'd like to have a look. And now we're very lucky to welcome Mariajo Ilustrajo, who is going to tell us all about their book, Flooded, and read us a nice story today. And we're really grateful to the Scottish Book Trust for their help in having Mariajo join us today. So I would like to hand over the slides to Mariajo if you'd like to take control of the slides, and we'll make sure that works. And we'll all get comfortable and listen to a brilliant story.
Hello, everyone. I don't know if everyone can see me, but
Yes.
yeah. I'm
We can
Maria,
see you.
and I'm the author and illustrator of Flooded, that we're gonna read today, and Lost. I forgot that we have this picture, so I thought to show you this picture because I think I was about your age when this picture was taken, and it was just to show you that I always love drawing. So I've been drawing since I was very, very little. And if you pass the next picture, please. That is me a year ago, just drawing outside because I kept drawing the rest of my life. And then I started doing picture books, and we're going to read today the first one that I did, which is Flooded. Next, please. Right. The city woke up just as on any other summer's day, although something was different. It wasn't a problem. The city was just a bit wet. Nobody seemed to mind a little bit of water. It was a great excuse to wear wellies. Excuse me, sir. Hello, madame, would you? The city carried on in its usual rhythm, going up, going down. After all, it was just a bit of water. Bit of a dumb commute today. It was something to talk about at work. I heard a hippo left the tap on. Really? Nonsense. I blamed the politicians. And school had never been so much fun. The day was suddenly filled with surprises. How entertaining! Certainly something different. Ahem. How strange, indeed. The water kept on rising. Still, most people didn't seem to mind. They knew it would go away soon. Somebody help! We must save this masterpiece! How interesting! I told you word art is the new thing. Completely bananas! This is unacceptable! Ugh, I hate cold water. For some, it wasn't a problem. What is there to complain about? It's just a bit of water. Indeed, I actually find it refreshing. Hello up there! Could you help me to pull the... But for some smaller animals, it was becoming harder and harder to cope. The little bit of water was becoming a huge problem and it wasn't going away. Where was the water coming from? And what could they do about it? Hey, I know what to... Everyone needed it sorted out, but no one knew what to do. We are tired. Help! Living underwater is very difficult. No more. We don't like living like this. Save the city. No more excuses. No. Let's empty the city. We want a solution. I hate water. We need to do something. Except for a little someone who had known from the beginning. If only the others had listened to him, the problem would have never become so huge. The solution was simple, but it wasn't a job for one. Everyone had to work together. And once they did, the problem drained away. Nothing was quite the same as before. There were loads of new problems, but now they knew the only way to fix a problem was together. Right. This is very weird when you cannot hear people saying things. I hope you like the story. And I prepare an activity for everyone to do. It's a page of a newspaper, which I hope you have already printed in the school. And I'm going to do the first, I'm going to draw the first new for you. I'm going to connect the other camera, which if Katrina can do a spotlight this one. Right. Right, can everyone see the page correctly?
Yes, that looks great.
Oh, is this in the main now. Oh, this is really weird. I don't know if you look at the screen or at my paper. Right, so I was thinking that I'm gonna draw the first new, which is new recycling bins in the school. And I was thinking maybe to draw there's recycling unless someone has another request of animals. Maybe we can do
This is
that
the
at the
way
end.
of telling a story about something that is happening in your school, right? That is for taking action on climate change. So, Mariajo, you're wanting everyone to make a newspaper to tell a story about something that they're doing?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the first activity that we have is well, I'm gonna draw mine, but if they want to all draw animals or maybe people recycling stuff in the new recycling bins. Oh, penguins! I don't think there are penguins on the book. I like the challenge. Let's go then. I actually love penguins. I think when I was developing the story, I drew a few penguins, but then suddenly they were out of the cast. I feel like for now I will need some music in the background or something.
Well, we can say that we would love to see other schools' drawings. And if you want to attempt to draw some penguins yourselves or any other animals in a newspaper like fashion, just like Mariajo's here, and hers is going to be an article about new recycling bins. You can try that too. How would you have animals talking about new recycling bins in the school and what would they be doing? It's a good way to spread the word about what you're doing to take action on climate change. And this template is in the folder of resources if any teachers don't have it printed yet. But I'm loving watching these penguins just come to life on the paper. We'll have to think of some names for these penguins.
Yeah,
Maybe some people have some ideas of what these penguins could be named. You could put that in the chat if you want while we watch you draw them.
yeah, definitely we should name them. I love when people ask me like to draw new animals. The first time that I signed books in the presentation of the book in the launch, I was drawing. I don't remember what it was. I think it was a lemur in the page. But all of a sudden, the person who bought the book asked me if it could be a sheep. So I suddenly has to change the lemur to a sheep. So it was a very weird animal at the end.
That would be quite the challenge. I think Mr. Redmond's class have some names. We have Strath and Dawn, and ex primary schools say they could be called Rosie and Timmy. So
Ooh,
there's some good names. Penny the Penguin, I like that one from Madison Primary School. You can have a think when you do your own newspaper front page, what kind of animal you're going to draw. Mrs. Sutton's class says they think they should be called Sunny and Pepper. That's
ooh,
good
I
names
like
too.
those
There's
ones.
too many good ones. You're going to have to draw a lot more penguins.
Yeah, I feel now that yeah. Maybe we can save some of the names for the next new.
Mrs. Brown's class have some lots of ideas. We've got George Starr Minkle. Is that right? Harry, Jake, or Kevin? I like Minkle. That's a good name. Ziggy and Remy from Mrs. Murray's class. John and Sarah from Mrs. Devaney's class.
I was wondering if there's any name that is particular from Scotland.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think Mr. Where was it? We had Mr. Redmond's class did Strath and Dawn. That sounds very Scottish. Oh,
Right.
and Cookie and Chip. So he has lots. And Lily and Lexi. Very good.
Well, I'm loving these
Very creative.
suggestions. Well, this penguin is recycling a coffee mug. There you go.
Very good to recycle ones that you have to use that are disposable. And there are recycling facilities for coffee mugs. You just need to find them because they have to go in a specific bin. And what's even better is using your own reusable mug where you can, of course. Recycling is a good option too.
I think since they're at school, I'm gonna make them a backpack.
Okay.
I just realized that probably.
Very good. So we have pupil penguins.
Yeah. I think this one is gonna be a dotted backpack.
So creative. So we can't wait to see your the newspaper posters that you produce yourselves in your schools and your
Yeah,
ideas. We'd love to see them, and I'm sure Mariajo would love to see them too.
I was wondering if maybe we can create a hashtag or something that we can
Mm.
share them somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the hashtag for Scottish Climate Week is Scot Climate Week. So you can share them there if you like. You find us on social media at KSB Scotland, and we'll share them with you too, Mariajo, and you can see
Yeah,
them all. And if you
I would love
don't want
that.
to share them on social media, you can always email them to us at ecoschools@keepscotlandbeautiful.org, and I'll show you all of that again at the end of our lesson.
Well, I think we have already here the
Ah, beautiful.
recycling. I'm gonna put it a little bit closer to the camera. But yeah, definitely would love to see everyone's drawings.
And you'll have to give your characters names too, because we would love to hear that.
Oh yeah, we need to name them. Right, let's gonna have a look. I think one is gonna be Pepper. I think there's gonna be Pepper. And the other one, I'm gonna choose someone from someone else. Lily, Pepper and Lily.
Very good.
So now, guys, you have another two squares, and the one down that I already draw, so you will all have it. So there are two mice planting trees. You need to give the new the name. You need to write the title, and then you have two squares where you can create your own title and your own drawing.
So you have three stories basically of things that can be done to take climate action. So you've got the mice planting the trees in recycling bins, and then one more that you make up all on your own. Yes?
Yeah.
Great.
I'm wondering if it's some time for some questions, if someone wants to ask anything.
I think we have a couple of minutes. If anyone was joining us yesterday, we were talking about how important it is to have art and literature as important tools for taking action on climate change. So it's great to see your stories with so many beautiful illustrations because it really helps to get the message across about climate action. But we do have some questions here if you'd like to answer a couple of people's asking how you learned to draw so well.
Yeah, I was looking. So as I said, I always draw since I was very little. So I guess I just carry on always drawing. And then I joined the art school and I studied illustration. And yeah, and I've been always drawing and working like that. And how did it take to make the book flow? Oh, how long? Ooh, really, really long to do that book because I work on it on the development bit when I was doing a master's in children's book illustration. So I worked for 3 months, but then I have to work as well afterwards with my publisher, and I work a few more months. So I think in total at the end it might be almost a year to do the book. Right, we have more questions. Why do you want to write books? Um, I actually didn't plan to write books. I wanted to illustrate them, but because I did a master's in children's book illustration, I started writing my own ideas and my own stories, and it worked, and people like it. So I just carry on writing. But initially, I was just planning to make the drawings. Um, Right, another one. Apart from Los, have you written any other books? Yes, I wrote a third one, which is coming in next February, which is called I Love Hate Books. So it's about a girl who doesn't like reading. So I hope you like it when it come out. And I'm writing the fourth one. And last one, did you draw the pictures in your book? Yes, I did.
Thanks for answering those questions. I know there were loads more. We will try to get some more answers for everyone for our assembly, I think, because we're just about out of time. But Mariajo, I wanted to thank you so much for sharing your story with us and for showing us your your wonderful drawing skills. I love those penguins, they're so cute.
Thank
And I
you.
also wanted to take the opportunity to say that drawing and illustrating stories and sharing stories about climate change is one of the ways that you can take action on environmental issues. We always think of the sciences when we think of jobs to do with the environment or skills that we might have to help the environment. We usually think of science and mathematics and things that we're going to help us out with technology or inventions to help us live more sustainably. But it's equally as important to get the message out there. So if you have skills in drawing, or you love to tell stories, or you like to write articles, you like to maybe report in a newsletter or report for your school, maybe present at an assembly if you like public speaking, or you like painting or drawing or any kind of arts, or maybe even writing songs. These are all really also very important ways that we can help educate everyone on climate action and also take action ourselves. So it's really important that when we think about taking action, that we don't leave out the arts and music and all that as well. Mariajo, thank you so much for your time today and for sharing your beautiful story. And I'm looking forward to seeing your new book when it comes out.
Thank you for inviting me. I hope everyone enjoyed.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for coming.
So everyone, just finish off by saying, please remember that if you're going to make your own drawings, your own penguins maybe, or maybe another animal you're going to draw on the newspaper template, we would love to see them. If you could share them with us, you can either send them on social media, like I said before, at KSB Scotland. We're on all platforms that way, or you can always email at us at our usual email address, which is ecoschools@keepscotlandbeautiful.org. And we love to hear from you. And if you have any follow-up questions, you can also send them there as well, and we'll do our best to get them answered. But thank you so much again for your time, and thank you to all the pupils and teachers who joined us this morning. It's always lovely to have you with us. That's all we have for today. I hope you can join us on Friday morning for our assembly. We'll share all the examples of work that's been sent in and answer some more of your questions. That's all we have for today, though, so bye for now.
Thank you. Bye bye.